Welcome to the Everything Goes podcast with TAK, where sports get loud, the takes get hot, and nothing's off limits. From game day breakdowns to way too early predictions, we're bringing the energy every single episode. Buckle up, because over here, everything really does go.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to your favorite podcast, the Everything Goes podcast with TAK, episode 225, coming in hot. And this episode is sponsored by 3 Natives, our local 3 Natives on Royal Palm Beach, Florida. Thank you so much for the sponsor. That is your go-to spot for some fresh and healthy eats. Also, on your next purchase of Smack and Sunflower Seeds, if you use the code Tyler16123, you will get 10% off your next order. So let's go, baby. How we guys feeling? How we feeling Tuesday? When we got a lot, if you guys look at the bottom of the corner, we have some hot takes coming, some overrated, unfiltered opinions that are going to be happening today in this episode, and we are fired up.
Ty, I'm not going to lie. It's hard to get comfortable to that yet. I'm still getting used to the sponsors semi. So,
hey, huge shout out, man. I love it. I love it.
Thank you for sticking with us after last week's debacle with me like going silent. I hate them, man. Dude, we should just do a hot take where I just smash computers all night.
Record that.
It
is upload.
It is always interesting where I feel like when we're having something important, like it's a guest, or last week, for instance, our first time having a sponsor, Dad just goes quiet. And I was like, here we go. How do we play this off? You know, because back in the day when we weren't live, you could just pause it.
Yeah.
Let's pause the record. Hey, write it down. We're going to edit right here and we'll clip
it. Like I said to you guys, the problem is this new camera is trying to make me use the mic on that. Yeah. And I'm trying to override it with the mixer, but I'm good. I'm good now.
I got to say, the camera looks good, man. I mean, you're really able to see how young you are.
Yeah.
Oh, amen. Father's Day is coming up. Way to suck up, Ty.
Good. Hey, man, I'm 1 month out from being a father, man. So here we go. Yeah. So how we feeling today, man? It's almost hurricane season over here. It's raining a lot. It's warm. It's humid. How you guys doing?
Dude, the weather's just crazy. It's been raining here a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Just not used to it.
Wow, we got rain today, but we got some of the Canada fires. Apparently, there's some forest fires that are trickling down. So it's like super foggy, but nothing. I mean, God, when you say hurricanes, I just cringe a little.
That's okay.
Even
just low rain.
Even Chris gets avalanches, maybe.
not too close to here.
Okay, good.
Dude, the world's just crazy though, man. You got freaking people down in Boulder.
I saw that. I had people that text me about that actually.
Making homemade freaking flamethrowers out of a garden hose and gasoline and lighting people. He lit a 90-year-old Holocaust survivor on fire.
Yeah, shout out to Israel. Stop. Like there needs to be an end to this, no matter what side you're.
It's a lot of brokenness going on in this world, man. A lot of brokenness going on in this world. It's kind of insane.
Yeah,
but hey, to cover up that brokenness, we're going to talk about some of the hottest takes and overrated opinions that we can think about. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the first one that we all kind of talked about. We want to talk about today. Travis Kelce. This is how we're going to play this, right? For all the listeners out there, we got some 3 takes here for you in this first segment. And we're going to say whether it's overrated, it's underrated, or it is properly rated. The first one is that Travis Kelce is a top 3 tight end all time. Ace, you go first.
God, he's got 2 or 3 3 Super Bowls. Yeah, because it's Tony Gonzalez. So I had to think about it quick. Tony Gonzalez to me, Rob Gronkowski, and him. I would say those, just his route running, I think.
Who was your 3?
So Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
I mean, that's hard because now I'm thinking of like Sharp. Shannon Sharp was really good. I think he had 2 Super Bowls. Yeah, I'm going to, you know what? Out of respect for the guys that played before him, or no, Chris, I'm waffling.
Ace, you got it. You have a lot of pressure from taking Jordy Nelson last week. Like, you need to be on your game.
Dude, I know. That's in the back of my mind too.
I think you say properly rated. I mean, I think it was 2016, 2022. That's 7 straight years of having 1,000 yards receiving. Ace, like you said, his route running's amazing. He can block. He's fast. He's a scoring machine. He's been dominant with Patrick Mahomes and Alex Smith, got into the playoffs, been in the Super Bowls. And I think that is your top 3. In my personal opinion, I know I haven't seen the olds like Shannon Sharp, but I think Rob Gronkowski, Tony Gonzalez, I think of Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
I think that I think it's definitely top 3. I think what he's been able to do on the field, and you saw it earlier, right? You had your Jimmy Grahams, and then you get a guy like Travis Kelce that has just been dominant, and he's still playing in the 30s that he's in, and he's playing at a high level.
He's the greatest of all time.
Oh, I like that hot take.
Ooh.
That's what
Yeah,
all this,
he-
that's what this
look-
podcast is about
hey,
today.
Thank you, Google. He's a 10-time Pro Bowler, a 7-time All-Pro, 4 first team, and 3 second team selections. He holds the most consecutive overall seasons with 1,000 yards receiving for a tight end.
Yeah.
Most
with 7.
postseason receiving yards for tight end in history.
End of story. He's gonna be the greatest of all time.
He's got over 70 touchdowns and over 10,000 receiving yards. I mean, the guy he's a stat machine. I mean, in my opinion, and this is what this day is about, is hot opinions is top 3. You could, now this is even hotter take. Who you taking, Tony Gonzalez in his prime or Travis Kelce in his prime? I'm taking Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce.
Where does like George Kittle? Because he can do all those things good.
I think George
well.
Kittle is very good.
He's top 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
See,
I
what
definitely like that.
the problem is like with Gonzalez and all them, running was the big thing back then. This is the era of throwing the ball 40, 50 times a game. So again, it's like the whole LeBron and Michael Jordan thing, it's 2 different eras. I just think if you're going to go off greatness and go off of overall, I think he's going to be one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I would have loved to see Jimmy Graham not get traded and see how close he would have been to catching a lot of the stats with Drew Brees, because he was breaking records, man, with Drew Brees. He was on the verge of a lot of things.
If I was building a team of greatness, it would be Tom Brady, Emmitt Smith as my running back, Kelce as my tight end.
Not Rob Gronkowski?
No,
Why not? Curious.
because I like Kelce better.
That's fair enough.
I think Gronkowski was good, but I think he retired too soon, and I think if he stuck it around and they kept the whole band together, I think you could have put him and Kelce as 1-2 in the top.
Yeah,
I think injuries really played a role in that too. He just needed a break. New England, then comes back, I think, right to Tampa, wins another, and then it's like, okay, now it's easy to retire.
Yeah. The MLB home run derby, is it overrated, underrated, or properly rated? Dad, we'll start with you.
I think it's underrated because you don't get the big stars anymore. I think if you had the big name stars every year that were in it, I think it would be right where it needs to be. But I think right now it's underrated. It's not really exciting because you don't get the judges and you don't get the big name players. You're getting guys that don't hit that many home runs in the season. It's not exciting like it used to be anymore.
Ace, what do you think?
I almost lean overrated because I think the format, they constantly are tinkering with it and it just doesn't really make much sense. I liked it when I can't remember if it was just 10 outs. Now, maybe the 10 outs is just too long anyways, but I do agree with Chris. They need to get some of these stars in. That would be dope to see Shohei and Judge.
That's what I meant. Oh, it's overrated. I said underrated. It's overrated. It's overrated. I just think it's boring.
Dang, really?
Yeah.
All right. I think that's what's great about this episode is my personal opinion, I think the home run derby is underrated. I think that for a lot of these sports, I think the all-star games are failing tremendously. NBA, I think NHL is getting it right. We saw that this year. But what I love about the home run derby is, number one, it sells out crowds every single time. It's fun to watch. It's especially growing up and loving the game of baseball, seeing some of your favorite stars being able to hit a ball and make it look like it's nothing. But I still think that there's big stars. I think this is what I love too, is you get some of the biggest home run hitters and you'll get someone like a guy that has 10 home runs at the time and gets to the final round.
Look, you want to get big names. You know what you do? You get a cash prize of like $30 million to the winner or something like that. MLB has a lot of money. $30 million to the winner, whatever. I mean, some of these guys make $300 million, so it don't matter anyway. But and then you get a fan that they have a lottery where they pick, and if their guy wins, they win $1 million too.
Now, what if they did this too?
What
if they did what the NHL did with the countries, and you have a home run derby where each country gets one guy to represent themselves? You get like 6 different countries. Almost like the World Baseball Classic. The World Baseball Classic. Take every team from the World Baseball Classic, and one player represents that team for home run derby.
That's the best. Honestly, that's Ty.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
You have had great ideas. This is my favorite for baseball by far.
But imagine the pressure though on their shoulders, knowing dang, there's a lot of hitters that can be representing them.
30 million, Chris. That's insane.
Yeah, 30 million is a high number.
They have. What are you talking about? You tell me the MLB don't have that kind of money?
just to give someone a check for $30 million just to win a home run derby is insane. I didn't even catch that.
Why not? Why not? And then you give a lucky fan some money.
Well, what is?
I think
they
have a
they
lot of
win
fans
$1 billion?
angry that $30 million is just being given out.
I mean, what else are you gonna do? I mean, because all-star games are getting boring anymore.
Where is?
Yeah, I think NHL's got it right, and I still like MLB's. And MLB also is bringing back the uniforms
watch
where
MLB.
it's not one team uniform, like they're representing their own team. I like that. I like it.
MLB
I still like MLB's All-Star game.
The MLB's last year was stupid, where they had all those different teams, and the first one, the 60 or 80, whatever it was, won or whatever it was. It was stupid last year.
I haven't watched an NBA game, All-Star game since I think I was in high school. NFL used to be cool. Like when Drew Brees was still in the league, they'd go to Hawaii. The tackling wasn't as strong, but it wasn't to the point where it was a couple years ago before they changed to flag football. Like it was still fun to watch, especially when you got down to the last quarter. It would get a little chippy. One person would give a big hit, and they're like, "Oh snap!" Like they're not playing, or they're not messing around anymore.
But the thing is about the All-Star game itself for baseball is awesome because it means something at the end of the day.
Yeah,
but all
absolutely.
I'm saying is like usually everything revolves around money. So if you put up a big dollar amount, you'll get the big names that'll come out of the woodwork, especially the guys that have crappy contracts. You'll get those guys to come and hit it in the All-Star game for a home run derby.
Almost like in the All-Star game for MLB, the MVP gets I think a brand new truck or a brand new car. Like they should go around and be like, hey, what are some cars you guys are looking to get? Make that the main prize for the home run derby. Be like, here you go.
Yes, you got to do
rather
something.
than $30 million.
But still, money talks, Ty. I mean, these guys don't do anything unless it revolves around money anymore.
Absolutely.
I mean, even basketball. I mean, look at LeBron James. LeBron James didn't want to even play in the All-Star game last year.
Get them a sports car, actually,
Something.
for whatever they want. Because like the perception is it's a lot of money, but it's nowhere near 30.
Get them Bitcoin or something. Bitcoin. I mean, I don't know, but I'm everything revolves around money. So I mean, just do something with money.
Yeah,
wait.
I agree. All right, moving on to our third point here.
I could have said 100 million.
I know you could have. You could have.
I mean, 30 million to them is like $1,000 to us.
I don't know, Dad. I mean, listen,
many other guys that would want.
There would be so many protests because they're like, "Hey, you're giving $30 million to all these guys that are making money already just to hit some home runs."
Yeah, but I mean, how else
you would get some hard feedback?
How else would you get somebody like a Judge or somebody? How else do you get them?
A Judge has already done it like twice. Like you get them, like they want to do.
I understand that. Michael Jordan played at almost every All-Star game. He didn't sit back.
Yeah, it just
every dunk contest. He wanted. You saw the Jordans versus the Dominique Wilkins. You saw these guys go out. I mean, look at the All-Star game. You're getting some guy from the G League who's the 3-time winner.
That's wild, actually.
You got to do something.
Who's our height?
Yeah, he's got hops that I'll never have in my life.
All
right, here we go. Overrated, underrated, or properly rated. The Dallas Cowboys are still America's team.
You can't deny it.
Can't deny it, Dad. Here's what I'll go first. As much as I want to say overrated, I think it's properly rated because every year the media loves talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
You nailed it.
I mean, the Dallas Cowboys could do everything right in the offseason, and you could have the most intriguing stories going on any other team. And in the headlines, you see Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, which I feel like I haven't heard about them a lot this year. But I mean, they're the talk of the show. Let's get a good Dallas Cowboys headline, and we'll talk about it for hours.
You give Jerry a mic, he'll give you one.
Yes, he'll give you a soundbite. Yep.
Yeah.
Like Micah Parsons obviously is the big topic this offseason, and every offseason, Dak might be gone, CeeDee Lamb, like the Dallas Cowboys, I think it's properly rated. I think it's a different rating now because I don't think they're America's team because they're Super Bowl winning machines like they were in your time, Dad. But I think that they're America's team because everyone's talking about them.
They've been America's team since long before me.
Yeah.
So that's just something that, you're right. You nailed it. Everyone talks about them. They're always in the news. I mean, this year it's Micah Parsons news, contract news. Last year it was Dak. A couple years before that it was Zeke. Are they going to sign? It's just they're the big name.
The sexual assault case with Zeke, and then Dak Prescott broke his leg, and the Tony Romo drama where Tony Romo was retiring. But it's every year, man. Every year,
the 1990s cocaine house. They had the party house.
Gosh, Shannon Sharp and
good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah. What do you think, Ace?
If So if there was a way to measure how many fans from each team traveled to a different stadium to watch them play, that would be the best way to denote like America's team.
Yeah.
I kind of think the Packers, weren't they the first team to win it?
I disagree with you.
It seems like the Packers or the Steelers.
No,
seem
I
to
disagree with both of
travel
them.
more. No,
If we're going off traveling fans, you got to go the freaking Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh no.
You
Okay.
do. They travel by the hundreds.
Okay.
Or
I
Bills
believe that
Mafia.
for sure.
I heard
Yeah.
Bills Mafia travel as well.
I don't know. I mean,
There's gotta
nowadays
be
I
a
think
team
everyone
if you
travels
measure.
well.
When
But
I think of big fan bases, like the Raiders come to my mind too. I feel like you always see people with Raiders stuff on.
Yeah, that's fair. And
I could be totally shooting a
still,
blank in the air
you're
right there,
going to
but
see like those plus the Cowboys. Cowboys are still America's team. I think it's proper. I like what you said, Ty. It's properly
what
rated.
would
Yeah,
most
well, I
travel
think there's a
fan
little bit of
base-
overrated because of the media.
Here we go. ChatGPT says the Dallas Cowboys are widely considered the most well-traveled and widespread fan base in the NFL. Here's
There you
why the top list.
There you go.
They've been America's team since the 1970s with the legacy that they held strong. You can find a Cowboys fan in almost every NFL stadium.
That's true.
Their massive national and global fan base. We have had people on from other countries that love the Dallas Cowboys. Road game takeovers. Raylor ranks at near the top in the road attendance for ticket sales outside of Dallas. Let's see. Here's some other notable travel fan bases. Ace, you were correct with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Strong nationwide presence, especially in the Rust Belt and former industrial cities.
Philly.
Green Bay Packers and Buffalo Bills and the Niners. But the Dallas Cowboys, through ChatGPT, are the number one team.
I'm surprised
we are.
Eagles, Chris. I thought
I just look, honestly, I'm surprised the Eagles aren't on that list either, because every time you watch an away game for the Eagles, that stadium's green.
That's true. That's
It
true.
is. I mean, maybe when's that up? Did you look
That's
at that?
good.
Is that from the 70s? That little thing that you looked at?
No, it's not from the 70s because it talks about SoFi Stadium and FedEx Field and MetLife
Look-
that Dallas Cowboys usually take over.
And it's the same for the Yankees. I mean, you go anywhere, Yankees Dodgers game, a lot of Yankee
Hey,
fans.
you know how you could put a pin in that? Name another baseball team that their hat is a fashion hat. That you see people wearing the Yankees hat as a fashion hat. You know what I mean? Like not like the nice hats that like people like you could say any
LA
MLB team
maybe.
has, but like you go into an Abercrombie store or something, they have Yankees hats.
I think the Dodgers hats travel far too. You know, it's the whole
Now,
East
yes.
Coast, West Coast rap thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Speaking of-
moving on to our next segment, buying in or selling. The New York Jets will be above 500 this year. Let's hear it, Dad.
I'm gonna say no.
How come?
I'm gonna say no because Justin Fields, he's another one. He hasn't won anywhere he went, and I just think it's the Jets. I mean, I
He
don't
was winning
think,
with the Steelers.
yeah, but whatever. I'm saying no. Don't change my mind.
Just
I'm
a hard
trying to-
no.
Tough division. I don't think they're the best team in that division, and you have to win division games. And I don't think they can beat Miami. I definitely can't beat the Bills. And I think I said this on the last podcast. New England's going to have a great season.
Yeah.
You know, I'm hearing a lot of people say that actually. There's a lot of New England
Mhm.
fans down here that I know, and they're saying the same exact thing.
They got a great quarterback, great receivers, except for Stephon Diggs, who spends more time with Cardi B on boats.
There's some
Yep,
interesting
yep,
stuff happening
yep,
in that too.
that's-
There's some interesting
Oh, no
substances
bueno.
that he might be taking.
He heard he's
to
going to be a
it.
June 1st cut. Boy, he showed up to camp the next day instead of slapping the ass of Cardi B on a video.
Well, I like how Mike Vrabel's saying that too. He's like, I obviously see the videos. You know, he's letting them know like we don't want that here.
But it's
Yep.
volunteer, but still, it's a bad look. But I'm
Yeah.
saying no, under 500.
I'm gonna buy in. I'm gonna buy in. I don't think they'll do well in their division.
Yeah.
I like Justin Fields, and I think that this is his last chance to like be like, hey, I can be a starter in this league. You know, he was like what 4-2, 5-3, something like that with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Russie comes in, takes over. They got they picked up 2 offensive linemen, they picked up some defensive linemen this offseason. And also it's the coaching staff. This is Aaron Glenn's first test to be a head coach, and I like the culture that he usually does bring. He was a former New Orleans Saints DB coach. So let's see what they could do. I mean, they got Garrett Wilson over there. Like they still got some good weapons there.
Wait,
Running
hold
back
on,
room is
hold
good.
on. I want to pull up their
I
schedule.
yeah, I have the schedule up too. I think the Giants have a better record than them. I don't know if that's. I mean,
The Giants have a tough first 6 games. That's a hot take.
damn
Giants have
it!
the
Maybe,
toughest schedule in football.
Ooh, oh yeah, I think we talked about that last
Mhm.
week, but their defense is going to be stout. I think the Jets. I'm teetering.
Okay, here we
Okay,
go.
I'm teetering. I think they're going to.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not
Here
buying
we
Pittsburgh
it.
go.
I'm
Steelers,
selling.
Buffalo Bills.
I'm
Steelers,
Oh my
selling.
Bills,
gosh.
Buccaneers, Dolphins,
Yeah,
Cowboys. That's 0-4 right there, 0-5
It
right
could be
there.
0-6 in the
yeah,
Denver
I'm
played-
selling.
Broncos.
I'm selling.
Golly.
They might get their first win in October against the Panthers, but the Panthers have rebuilt pretty well, so that's iffy. That's a coin flip.
And division games.
Then they get the Bengals, then they get the Browns, then they get the Patriots and the Ravens. I don't see them winning a game anytime in this
Golly,
millennial.
man.
Falcons are going to be. They play the Falcons after that. They're going to be banged up.
They might
against
beat the Saints. That might be
Oh,
their
whoa,
best
whoa,
bet.
whoa, whoa, okay,
That
let's take it
might-
easy. You already convinced me to
And the
sell. I don't need
Jaguars.
to.
I'm saying they win 2 games.
Honestly, looking at their schedule, I gotta sell. But I could be wrong.
yeah. No,
I feel like,
I'm
but I feel
selling
like
it.
this could be. I feel like this could be a team like every year we have that. Like the Commanders. We saw the Commanders flip a switch, new coaching staff, new weapons. Maybe they flip and they beat those teams. Maybe some of those teams aren't even good this year. Based off last year, though, if I'm basing it off last year and actually taking a look at that schedule right now, not having any assumptions of what that team could look like this year, I guess I got to sell now. I'm out.
Look, their best chance to win a game is against the Panthers. I'm sorry, Ty, the Saints,
Jags.
and maybe the Jags. That's about it.
I'd put the Falcons in there because I know he's second year Penix, but yeah, that's even.
Dude, they're going to be lucky to be. If you went over under 3 games, I'd say under.
Hey, but even the Panthers aren't a guaranteed win. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I mean. That's going to be a coin flip. The Saints is going to be a coin flip. The Jags is going to be a coin flip. They might not win a
Get
game.
the Saints out of your mouth. All right, we're not talking about the Saints in this podcast.
We don't even know who the quarterback is there yet.
2 good ones. That's what happens. That's what I'm hearing down in New
We'll
Orleans.
see.
They're having a battle with 2 good young quarterbacks throwing dimes, even though
That's
it's only 7-on-7s.
That's just New Orleans news.
Gosh, man. All right. We will be right back after this little video. Our sponsor, 3 Natives, is serving up fresh, healthy food that actually tastes amazing. From acai bowls and smoothies to wraps and juices, they've got everything you need to fuel your day without slowing you down. Whether you're coming from the gym or heading to class or just need a clean energy boost to listen to this podcast, 3 Natives has you covered. Support local, eat fresh, and tell them Everything Goes sent you. That's 3 Natives, 1192 Royal Palm Beach Boulevard, Royal Palm Beach, Florida. All right, now that we've given you a little cool down so you can get the Saints out of your mouth, buying or selling that Shohei Ohtani is a top 10 player in the MLB all time.
No, it's too early.
Nope, too early. Yep, I agree with Chris. I think top 10 right now. That's not even saying.
You can't even put Judge in the
I-
top 10.
Yep, I was going to say I don't think Judge either. Is
I don't know,
anyone playing now in the top 20? Like where would Ohtani be right now? Top 50 of all time? Where would you?
I think the debate you could use to say he is top 10 is the fact that for his time in the Angels, he was able to pitch and hit efficiently, top of the lead, and one of the top pitchers and top hitters in MLB for what was that, 4 or 5 years before he got injured. And it's like, you can't say anyone has done that since Babe Ruth.
Okay.
And even to this point,
Now,
the numbers.
If he won an MVP and a Cy Young in the same year, then maybe then you could put him in the top 20 maybe. But no, just because he did something fancy. So what? Guys move positions all the time.
Absolutely. He's got 2 MVPs already, and he's only been in the league for like a couple, how many years? 2 MVPs, can pitch, can hit.
Yeah, championship, but no, not yet. It's too soon.
Now let's say
I wouldn't even put Mike Trout in the top 10.
Oh yeah, no, you couldn't say
yeah.
Top 10 and busts.
Yeah, I don't know if I can go that far, but still.
Well, I'm just exaggerating, but I'm surprised he's not in street closer. And we're in June. Has anyone checked his status? Anything?
I do think longevity is the biggest thing here. I do think you can't say when's the last time someone's been a 2-way player and has done it efficiently the way he's done it, right? You can't. Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
I do think if he plays another 10 years and is still putting up and is able to pitch again and is able to do the things he's doing, you watch Shohei Ohtani, pitchers got to be scared to hit a pitch against him. It's like you scroll on Instagram and it is nothing but home run after. I mean, he's a leadoff hitter. It's just home run after home run, and it's a nonchalant swing.
He's a great hitter. He's a great hitter. I'll give him that. But the Dodgers would be foolish to pitch him. I really wouldn't pitch him. With the pitching staff they have, they're doing well with even the injuries they have. Why would you put him out there? You're going to shorten his career. He's going to end up playing first base or DHing because eventually he's going to do damage to his arm to the point where he's not going to be able to pitch again or throw again. Because the Angels used him wrong. I mean, they pitched him and played him in the outfield.
That's the thing. Like, would you pitch him and just hit him?
Or DH
honestly,
or first?
On that team, there's no need to pitch him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. And they built that team they built it in that mind. They got Kershaw back too. It's going to be so tough to beat this team in 5 or 4, 4 games out of a 7-game series.
Well, the Yankees should have taken 2 out of 3. The bullpen blew it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even when you get on them early, I mean, that's what they did. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Even in this series.
Yeah. Moving on for time consumption, we're going to skip our last one. We're going to go into the one that I think is going to be a really good one. And this is our hot takes debate. So tune in, lean in. This is going to be a good one. Has Steph Curry changed the game of basketball more than Michael Jordan did? Dad, we will start off with you because I just feel like you're going to have some fire coming out here.
No, I don't think he has. I mean, great. He shoots 3-pointers. He's a great 3-point shooter, but he's not a good defender.
Well, let me ask you this. What has
Yeah.
Michael Jordan changed in the game of basketball?
Was he changed?
All the shoes that they wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Gatorade.
socks.
He brought Gatorade and
Because this is what I think. I think my take would be Michael Jordan's the greatest player of the game. That's my opinion.
But see,
I would say, besides Larry Bird, I would say Steph Curry changed the game of shooting. I think before Steph Curry, nobody was shooting the ball like Steph Curry.
Yeah, but you gotta understand something. This is again 2 different eras. This is the era of basketball where you see a lot more 3-pointers. You didn't see a lot of 3-pointers back in the 80s and the early 90s. This is all you see is come down, don't even pass the ball, take a shot. Does he make the game exciting? Absolutely, he makes the game exciting. But so did Michael Jordan. Every time Michael Jordan had the ball in his hand, he was going to find a way to get to the basket, drive to the basket, either dunk it or lay it up or do something. Steph Curry is an amazing player, but I don't. It's just a different era, Ty.
But can we say the game of basketball changed when Steph Curry started shooting all those threes?
I don't think he changed the game personally. I just think the game changed. I mean, you see these guys shooting 33 threes a game.
Yeah.
The style was already changing, and he was like so I think there is some degree to he changed the sport more than like Jordan, like 3-point shooting, but it was already forming too.
Yeah.
He makes it exciting because every time he shoots from anywhere. So it's exciting.
Yep.
Just like what's her name? Caitlin Clark. She does the same thing. She'll shoot it from the logo. But I don't think it's just because of Steph. I think unfortunately the game has changed to that point you see 30, 40 freaking foul calls a game now in basketball.
Yeah.
Everything is outside shooting. I think Steph is definitely the best shooter. I think he's better than Larry Bird.
But they ruined it in the wrong way because now you can't foul. You can't really hand check as much.
Yeah.
Like anything.
I think I'll give you this. Steph is a better outside shooter than Michael Jordan.
Yeah, my end take to this would be Michael Jordan's the greatest player of the game of basketball. My personal opinion, I know I'm going to get hate on that. And I think that he brought some kind of change to the game with how he played with his physicality. But I think Steph Curry changed the way the game was being shot. I think you had great players playing the game like LeBron, like Kobe. But I think nobody was shooting the ball like Steph Curry until Steph Curry started shooting the 3-pointer.
But the problem with basketball is like LeBron James, he flops a lot. Like there's videos of him not even getting touched and throwing himself to the ground, and the officials are calling these fouls. Basketball is ruined because they're whistle happy and they're ruining the game.
Yeah, it's hard to watch. I mean, I barely watched a game this year because it's very hard to watch the game.
I mean, Michael Jordan played in an era where you drove the lane, you got knocked to the floor. You didn't get these little stupid fouls. You didn't get these guys like Brunson flipping her head back and flopping. I mean, and Joel Embiid throwing himself to the floor. You had real basketball players, Rick Mahorn, and these guys that would freaking foul the crap out of you if you came in that lane.
Yeah.
But overall, Steph is going to be the best shooter of all time. I'll give him that.
Yep. I'll say that too. Because
his
ball handling contributes it to so he can create a shot as well as get open like Ray Allen or Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
So that, yeah, he was definitely the beginning, to your point, Ty, like I was saying earlier, where it's like, yeah, it was going to change the 3-point and he just happened to be the best to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
No,
I like
the
those
player
takes.
that-
I like those takes.
The player that I liked of all time wasn't Michael Jordan. The player I loved and I tried to mimic my game after was Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson made the game so much fun to watch with his passing ability and how he led his team to all those championships. I loved the Lakers.
Magic
I
was
wasn't
good.
a Lakers fan. I loved Magic Johnson.
Yeah. Fortunately caught the AIDS, but man, that's tough.
Yeah, well, there's a cure for it now. Well, it's not a cure, it's a medicine.
All right, here, last take we're gonna do.
Look, honestly, I don't think he had AIDS. I think he was just, he was just a talker for that.
Last talk. The one I'm gonna post one of these on our Instagram and see what people say. But the last thing I want to ask you guys about, has Patrick Mahomes already passed Peyton Manning's legacy in the 6-7 years that he's already been in the league?
100%.
I'll start first. Yes, 100%. I think Patrick Mahomes and I think obviously Peyton Manning's a Hall of Famer. And obviously you can say if Pat Mahomes retired right now, he's a Hall of Famer. I think he's the closest person that's going to be able to chase Tom Brady's legacy.
So he's either in the AFC Championship or he's in the Super Bowl every year.
Yeah.
You can't as much as people hate winners, he's gonna be one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Hard to argue that. He already got more Super Bowl rings than Peyton. He may never catch him on total yards or whatever the passing yards, touchdowns, but I think it's no doubt he's. I hate to say no doubt because he doesn't have the years yet, but
Dude,
it's pretty obvious he's
better.
He's going to be better than Peyton, if not.
Peyton Manning only has one ring.
Yeah.
Eli has more than him.
Well, two, but no, he doesn't. That's right.
Eli has two. Peyton has one.
So the biggest thing that if you type in ChatGPT, this is all about today, ChatGPT, is if you say compare him. The first thing it says is early career success. It took Peyton Manning longer to win a Super Bowl and do his playoff dominance. Patrick Mahomes, his first 6 seasons as a starter, you're looking at 2-time MVP, 3 Super Bowl appearances, 2 of them he won, and 6 straight AFC Championship appearances. And I think that's why I think that's why Patrick Mahomes is just hated. I'm being told that Peyton Manning did win too. He has hate. I think he has so many people that hate it because he's the guy that wins. He's the new Tom Brady. Everybody didn't like Tom Brady.
Two at? He got one in Denver. Where did he get the other one at?
I think he did end up getting one in Indianapolis. Yeah, he lost to the Saints and then he got one to Colts.
I don't remember Indy getting the championship.
Yes, I think I'm almost positive.
I don't remember that. Because I remember Eli making fun of Peyton, says he got 2 rings compared to Peyton's 1.
Yeah. So this is the hot topic here. We'll put this comment up here. What if Peyton Manning had Tyreek Hill, 2007 and Andy Reid? I feel like Peyton Manning had great weapons.
Yeah,
and they had one of the best offensive
Marvin Harrison.
coaches. Who is the Tom Moore or something? I can't remember the offensive
2007,
coordinator.
he won it with the Colts. He had Marvin Harrison. He had Dallas Clark.
I don't even remember that one.
Chicago Bears.
Yeah, first Chicago. I'm getting all these up.
Bears had Grossman. I'm pretty sure that's the year they had Grossman.
The difference with you're always going to have the Tom Brady, Peyton Manning talk when they played each other. But when you talk about great quarterbacks, it's always going to be Montana, Marino, Elway, Tom Brady, and Patrick Mahomes. Those are good.
Look at these weapons that
Peyton.
He had. So these are the weapons that he had with the Colts. Marvin Harrison, Hall of Famer. Reggie Wayne, future Hall of Famer. Brandon Stockley, Dallas Clark.
Yeah.
All right. And then when he went to Denver, Demaryius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, Wes Welker. So I don't want to hear any of this. I don't want to hear any of this Andy Reid. I don't want to hear any of this Tyreek Hill because Patrick Mahomes hasn't had Tyreek Hill for 2-3 years now.
Von Miller in his prime.
Von Miller in his prime. They dominated the Panthers. So
yeah,
I think both are great quarterbacks. I think in my era growing up, I loved seeing Peyton Manning play Phillip Rivers, Tom Brady, Drew Brees. But Patrick Mahomes is just this generation's Tom Brady. He's the best. Dad, you had Joe Montana and Steve Young, Tom Brady. You got to watch. This is it. This is the guy now.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to put Troy Aikman in there too. Troy Aikman has 3 rings.
He does have 3 rings.
Greatest Cowboy quarterback ever.
Well, guys, I think that's it, man. You guys got any last minute little things you want to add in before we sign off?
No.
Chris is riling up the Cowboys fan base. Who's the best quarterback on the team? Jeez. No,
When,
nothing.
Now? Right now?
No, not now.
I was gonna say Joe Milton is.
Not on the
Milton.
team right now.
Joe
That'll still rile people up then. Yeah.
Shoot, man. Well, we thank you guys for tuning in live here. Check it all out. Overrated, underrated, our opinions, buy in or sell opinions, our hot takes and debates. This was a fun podcast. And don't forget, this podcast is sponsored by 3 Natives on Royal Palm Beach in Florida. Big shout out to them. Go check out their facility, their business if you are local here in the Florida area. And yeah, remember, you can save 10% off your next order of Smack and Sunflower Seeds with our code that is on our Instagram and Facebook bio. But we love you guys, and we will see you guys next time on the Everything Goes podcast.